Mumbai only, huh?
I hope all well with everybody in the team and
Generally, well, so there are cases of COVID again happening here and there.
I know, it's not spared anyone, I think, this time.
It looks like, it is taking a bit, but it's not very
Yes,
dangerous actually this
yes,
time. You
yes,
recover within 5, 6 days. That's all.
yes. It happened to me a couple of weeks back, and
Uh-huh.
but it's a very mild version, so didn't really matter.
No, but some get little stronger, but 2, 3 days only. Then fourth, fifth day they recover fast.
Becomes yes. So fingers crossed, we should be seeing the end of the pandemic now.
This is endemic. That's what they're saying.
Yes, fingers crossed. Lots of exciting things happening at AICTE, so
Something or the other keeps happening. It's very vibrant. Huh?
we are looking forward to get started and be a part of the excitement, the growth, everything. So hopefully some good things will be able to get to you also, sir.
Yeah, sure. Hopefully, we'll see.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir. May we start with today's program, sir? Good morning,
It's
Madhuraji.
already time up. We can start.
Yes. Saraswati Vandana, please.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा
Good morning, everyone. Once again, Madhuraji, our very special guest from one of the startup that is Aspire for Her, our very dynamic visionary Honorable Chairman Shastra Buddhi sir, our once again troubleshooting and problem solving person who is sitting here, Professor MP Punia, our Honorable Vice Chairman. Sanju, my worthy colleague, some of my other colleagues who are behind the scene, Gargji, Dattaji, and two lovely students who would be sharing with us their experiences of Indo-Canadian, where they have explored the world further. Today, we are here to celebrate National Girl Child Day. On 24th of January is celebrated as National Girl Child Day, and it was actually initiated by Ministry of Women and Child Development. And the main focus or the main reason why do we have it, to understand and to spread public awareness about what kind of inequalities, what kind of discriminations are being faced by women in our society. It is specifically about India, but globally also we can talk about probably this discrimination is an underlying factor in most of the developed societies as well. In 2019, this day was celebrated with a theme empowering girls for the brighter tomorrow. And I would take this thread right from here, that empowering girls, and when our honorable Prime Minister talks about 5 trillion economy, and we I have spoken couple of webinars before, and in another webinar of mine, I have very categorically said that the way we are born, sex is always biological. We are born with our biological organs, but then gender is always societal. Gender is constructed, gender is created. When we are born as women, as girl child, there is a certain amount of lower, inferior importance, predominance is inscribed to us, and then our it starts defining us. It also moves further the moment we move to our schools, our colleges, and then society. Media also plays a big role as to what we are supposed to do as women and what we are not supposed to do. Look around, all advertisement, cooking, painting, all those things are always actually kept only for women. But if you really look around, the best chefs, the best painters in the world, the most renowned ones are men. Again, when we show our emotional side and we have some of our tears of joy or tears of sadness, both the times we are okay with it, and the society accepts it. But the moment a boy cries, they are always told, don't cry, you are a man. So maybe the genders. And that is what is. Now, why should we even be celebrating when Girl Child Day in India? So I often talk about the census. One of the indicators, that is a sex ratio, that is number of men to women or number of boys to girl. And we all must be thinking, with such a developed society, with having much more disposable income, and with such a rapid globalization, we would have done so much better as a country. But should I give you some statistics? In 1991 census, the number of boys to girls, for 1,000 boys, there were 945 girls. In 2001, this number became 927. And in 2011, this number became 918. So if you really look at it, that despite we progressing from a developing country to a developed country and making progress on so many indexes, including innovation index, and I think our honorable chairman needs a lot of recognition for that, that our country has been doing so good. But I think this is one area where we still needs to do so much more. And if we really look at it, I have seen the latest data which has been provided by the World Economic Forum, that 86% are the male workers in our workforce as compared to 21% female workers. Once again, it talks about a lot of disparity. India, which is a 68% rural, our village-based landscape, where 98 million people are, women who are the workforce, who are the gatekeepers of our food, which we all eat, and I am not even thinking about their representation and their labor, which actually, goes unattended, unrecognized in the areas of animal husbandry, in the areas of rural other laborship. And even in those people who are our gatekeepers, who are our food provider, 62% of women are grossly nutritious. So, considering these, some of the, I can go on and keep on providing you that, billions of dollars of work in India, women who are the homemaker, it goes unrecognized, and it does not even get counted towards, our economic development, our economic contribution. Considering these various aspects, and we at AICTE recognize that, we only work better, we only progress further, and we only go to achieve all our accolades, all our requirements, when only we create a completely equal. And in fact, if I may say that, AICTE actually celebrates women, it goes a step beyond even equality. And again, it goes to the governance structure and the affection with which they embrace having women, and their challenges, and provide them that kind of recognition and that kind of encouragement. I would only take one more minute to tell you that in AICTE, to consider and to recognize the outstanding work that has been done by our faculty members, by our students, by all our institutions, we have constituted an award, Lilavati Award, which has been christened for the name of one of the most famous mathematician, Lilavati ji. We have 8 categoric themes under which this award would be granted. This would be conferred, that is women and adolescent health, self-defense, environment, sanitation and hygiene, literacy and life skills, women entrepreneurship, legal awareness, technology for women, and women innovators, be it rural or urban. Please come forward. Please apply for these awards. Tell all of us, tell the world the best work, the outstanding work all of you have done. And please understand each one of these: malnutrition, poor health, your all these things have cascading impact, and they are very, very deeply interlinked to each other. This is my privilege that today I am among some of the best women here, and Madhura ji is smiling. I can see Sanju also with a smiling face. Once again, I welcome all of you and my gratitude for spending your time here. Once again, request to all the people who are listening to me through YouTube that please apply for our awards, and make sure that your efforts do not get unnoticed. Your efforts are duly conferred, recognized by AICTE. Thank you so very much.
Mamta ma'am,
Yes,
ma'am, should I proceed now?
please.
Thank you. Now I am going to inform all those who are present here about the Ministry of Education AICT Pragati Scholarship Scheme for girl students on this occasion. AICT started Pragati Scholarship Scheme in the year 2014. Girl students studying in AICT approved institutions and courses whose annual family income is up to rupees 8 lakh may apply in this scheme. AICT offers a scholarship amount of rupees 50,000 per annum every year of their study under this scheme. Between 2014 to 2019, AICT has provided support to 13233 fresh girl students of AICT approved institutions under both degree and diploma level courses across the country. In 2020, AICT took a major decision under the visionary leadership of Honorable Chairman AICTE, Professor Anil Sahasrabudhe sir, that Ministry of Education through AICT will provide support to 10,000 girls across 23 states and UTs. And in addition to this, all the eligible girls from Andaman and Nicobar Island, Dadar and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu, Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Lakshadweep, and all northeastern states, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, and Tripura. Due to this particular decision, AICT has supported 6,656 girls from 23 states and UTs, 480 girls from Jammu and Kashmir, 63 girls from Dadar and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu, 11 girls from Ladakh and 10 girls from Andaman and Nicobar Island, whereas from northeastern region states, total 504 girls have been supported under AICT Pragati Scholarship Scheme, and AICT disbursed approximately 38 crore under the same. In the current year 2021 also, we are in receipt of more than 20,000 applications, and AICT is going to support all eligible girls who fulfill their dreams. There is another scheme named AICT Saksham Scholarship Scheme, launched along with the AICT Pragati Scholarship Scheme in the year 2014, in which especially abled girl students may also apply, whose annual family income is up to rupees 8 lakh and having disability of equal or more than 40%. This is a scheme to uplift the specially abled students. AICT gives rupees 50,000 per annum as a scholarship amount every year of their study as an AICT Pragati Scholarship Scheme. The number of girl beneficiaries was 264 from 2014 to 2019, and in just 1 year, that is in 2020, we could achieve a number of 113, and this was possible due to the changes made in the scheme. Thank you, Chairman, sir. Under AICT PG Scholarship Scheme, AICT provides support to girl students studying in M Tech, M Architecture, M Pharma, and M Design courses by giving them scholarship of rupees 12,400 per month for maximum of 2 years. Last year, AICT provides support to approximately 15,000 girls. If I want to make in figure, 14971 are the girl students who are supported under the PG Scholarship Scheme last year. There is another scheme, AICT Doctor Fellowship. It was launched in the academic year 2018-19. For the year 2021 and 22, a total of 42 universities have been allotted 363 research fellowship in the identified areas following minimum eligibility criteria prescribed by AICT. A fellowship of 31,000 per month for the first 2 years, followed by rupees 35,000 per month for the third year, is given to the selected students. In the year 2021, 148 students were selected under this scheme with 59 numbers of girl students. AICT also collaborated with MITAX Canada for providing 12 weeks internship support to second or third year students in Canadian universities. In current academic year, AICT has selected 621 students for their internship starting from April onwards. Under this scheme, AICTE bears the financial cost of rupees 12,000 Canadian dollar per student jointly with MITAX Canada, which is approximately equal to 7.2 lakh Indian rupees per student. Large number of girl students are also supported under this internship program. I would like to inform you all about one more scheme launched by AICTE in 2021, AICTE Yuvak Scheme, Youth Undertaking Visit for Acquiring Knowledge. This scheme is intended for providing financial support of up to rupees 2 lakh for conducting a study tour of Atal Tunnel, which is one of the engineering marvels of India, by a team of 10 students and 1 faculty from AICTE approved institution. For the financial year 2021 and 22, 89 institutions have been selected, and out of these, 59 institutions have completed this study tour so far, and approximately 40% girl students out of the total selected student received an exposure as well as technical knowledge and information about the new Australian tunneling method used in the construction of Atal Tunnel. This is not the end here. AICTE regularly launches various schemes as per the need of the hour, and AICTE Swanath scholarship scheme is one of them. Recently, AICTE launched this scheme to provide support to those students who want to pursue their technical education, but they have lost either their father or mother due to COVID-19. It means students can continue their study at this cruel time of pandemic. I would like to thank higher authorities of AICTE for supporting us in this cause. I would like to culminate my words with these lines which highlight the motivation of AICTE. हौसलों की पंछी को पंख जो प्रोत्साहन के लग जाए, हौसलों के पंछी को पंख जो प्रोत्साहन के लग जाए, पल में तय कोसों की दूरी होगी, आप अपने इरादों को बनाए रखिए, हम देंगे साधन, ख्वाहिशें आपकी पूरी होगी. Thank you very much.
Neelam ji, please share your experience now. I would request Ms. Neelam Baire, experience sharing about Indo-Canadian startup project led by women.
Sure, ma'am. A very good afternoon to everyone. It's been an honor to represent in this platform and on the great occasion of National Girl Child Day. So I was selected for the Canada-India Association Program for the second cohort in 2020, which is a part of 2019 cohort. And we were the 5 girls who went to Canada for 12 days program. And it was a very delightful and excellent program because to know not only the Indian startup, but also to the Canadian startup, how the work done in the foreign countries. We also went to different series of lectures where they have showed us about the what is the basic the entrepreneurship is there and how we have to work accordingly. And we also get the chance to see the ecosystem in the form of exhibition and in the museum where how basically the Canadian entrepreneurship work under one roof. They actually have given us different startups. They have showcased us that under one roof they work on the different startups, and just like the AICTE does. So it's a very great experience. We got to learn more about, and we have nurtured us very well after that program and got that confidence that yes, we can also work on our startup and on our product and make a difference. So thank you so much.
Just a second. Thank you, Neelam ji. Now I would request Shefali to share her experience about the same Indo-Canadian startup project which was led by women.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, good afternoon to one and all present here and to all the people who are listening. I'm Shefali Vinod Ramtike, the founder and CEO of a startup called PS1925. With my co-founder Pawan Kumar, we started a drone startup. So story बड़ी अच्छी है क्योंकि बहुत ही अच्छे लोग यहाँ पे सुनने आए हैं. अब हमारी मतलब मैं खुद एक फीमेल एंटरप्रेन्योर होके जो भी गर्ल्स हैं अपनी इस नेशनल गर्ल चाइल्ड डे में मैं उनसे शेयर करना चाहती हूँ अपनी फीलिंग. सो सबसे पहली बात कनाडा इंडिया एक्सेलेरेशन प्रोग्राम के फर्स्ट कोहॉर्ट में हम लोग सिलेक्ट हुए थे एंड एक बहुत ही अच्छी फीलिंग थी एज अ गर्ल कि अरे हम अपने देश को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं जाके कनाडा में, एंड कार्ल्टन यूनिवर्सिटी वी रिप्रेजेंटेड आवर कंट्री देयर. Top 10 was female entrepreneurs were selected all over India, and it was a rigorous process. Like we had multiple rounds of selection, and then we got a chance to pitch at the AICTE headquarters, and then we got selected for the program, and we went to Carleton University and interacted with all the stakeholders there. And for the first time in my life, I got a chance to talk to people in an entrepreneurial ecosystem. There was a chance when I got to have that zeal. Like entrepreneurship तो पहले से अंदर थी, but जो एक stage और एक platform जो मिला मुझे वहाँ जाके, जो AICTE ने and पूरे ecosystem ने, Ministry of Education ने जो मुझे मौका दिया वहाँ पे, it was a very wonderful experience. एंड दूसरा मुझे ये कहना था इस नेशनल गर्ल चाइल्ड डे में कि मेरा इंट्रो देख के आई एम श्योर आप लोगों को पता चल रहा होगा कि इस पूरे एक्सपीरियंस में मैंने क्या गेन किया है इन सालों में. एज एन एंटरप्रेन्योर, एज अ फीमेल एंटरप्रेन्योर, आई हैव गेन्ड अ लॉट. आई गॉट टू लर्न अ लॉट. मैं अभी भी AICTE नेटवर्क से कनेक्टेड हूँ. आई लर्न अ लॉट फ्रॉम द मेंटर्स देयर. Dipan's house, Punya sir went with us there. It was very nice interacting to all of them. And हम लोगों ने जो सीखा कि एक entrepreneurship क्या होती है, ठीक है. हम लोगों ने जब वहाँ पे गए mentors के साथ, जैसा नीलम ने कहा बहुत सही कि 1-to-1 इंटरेक्शन होता था. मुझे अभी भी याद है कि वहाँ पे जब हम लोग मेंटरशिप प्रोग्राम हमें मिलता था तो पूरे कभी रात भर बैठ के पूरे दिन बैठ के हम लोग काम करते थे. So it was a very wonderful experience, and वो learnings मुझे अब तक काम आती है. And अब हम लोग इन्वेस्टमेंट्स भी रेज कर रहे हैं एंड काफी कुछ कर रहे हैं. जैसे मैं अपने घर में, मेरे घर में सब डॉक्टर्स हैं. आई एम द फर्स्ट एंटरप्रेन्योर एंड एक मतलब मुझे खुद गर्व फील होता है कि बाकी अगर मैं थोड़ा सा भी मेरे इन बातों से अगर किसी और गर्ल चाइल्ड को थोड़ी सी भी मोटिवेशन मिलती है, आई फील प्राउड दैट I am inspiring others, and I am inspired by everyone here. So thank you for giving this platform to me, and ये शेयर कर पाना उसके लिए मुझे बहुत धन्यवाद है आप सबको. मुझे यहाँ पे आने का मौका मिला and I am very thankful. So सबको all the best, and तुम लोग करो, तुम बहुत अच्छा करोगे.
Thank you, Shefali. Your enthu is so contagious, and your energy, your enthu, even we are getting inspired. And definitely your body language and your smile both speak much louder than your words. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Now I would request our Honorable Chairman, sir, to kindly say words for us all lovely ladies here.
गुड आफ्टरनून सब लोगों को नमस्कार. सर्वप्रथम आज है नेशनल गर्ल चाइल्ड डे, इसके लिए आप सभी लोगों को बधाई हो. इट्स ए great recognition about girl child getting not only education, becoming an entrepreneur, working in the society in different facets, and that is what is to be celebrated. So आज का दिन celebration का है. Celebration of all the women who have achieved their excellence and are forging ahead in all walks of life. हमारे साथ मधुरा दासगुप्ता सिन्हा जी जुड़ी हुई है, who is the chief guest today for this function. And she left the job and created Aspire for her. She is the founder of this, and she is going to tell her story. That's very exciting. But उससे भी ज़्यादा मैं अभी भी सुन रहा था, शेफाली ने जिस ढंग से अपनी स्टोरी छोटी पैमाने पर बताई, बहुत कम समय पे बताई, बट उसका जो अनुभव था और सारी लड़कियों को साथ में जुड़ने के लिए जो अपील किया, तो it was so infectious. And same way, Nilam, you had also come on the same platform, going to Canada with the other cohorts, learning lessons about entrepreneurship. You know, that has changed the lifestyle of some of the girls who have been in the education sector, who were trying to do something. उनकी लाइफ में जो बदलाव आया है, तो ऐसे छोटे छोटे जो उनको मौके मिले हैं उससे आया है. और हमारे बीच हमारे ऑफिस की ममता जी और संजू, ये दोनों वेरी पावरफुल लेडीज हैं. जो भी कार्यक्रम है तो उनको कुछ काम दीजिए, कभी वो ना नहीं कहती है और तुरंत उसको मौका करेक्ट उठा के उसको ऐसे मौके पर पहुंचा देती है कि ये men also will not be able to do this. So these are all absolutely superb women, and therefore As Mamta ji said, you congratulate all women who are on this platform. I do that. But साथ में पुनिया जी जुड़े हुए हैं, गिरधारी लाल गर्ग जी है, अमित दत्ता जी है, तो बाकी भी इस एकेडमी के साथ जो अटल एकेडमी में काम करते हैं वो भी है, और हमारे वाइस चेयरमैन, मेंबर सेक्रेटरी, वी वर्क एज ए टीम. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि यहाँ कोई भेदभाव बिल्कुल नहीं होता है. सारे कामों में सब लोगों को एक साथ जोड़ के काम करने का जो सिलसिला है वो करता है. मैं अभी थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट एंगल में जा रहा हूँ कि प्रधानमंत्री जी ने तथा अनेक चीफ मिनिस्टर ने कहा कि लड़की पढ़ाओ लड़की बचाओ. ये एक सिर्फ नारा नहीं है, लेकिन बल्कि ये हमारी प्रतिबद्धता है. इट इज आवर एब्सोल्यूट कमिटमेंट. और ये कमिटमेंट प्रधानमंत्री जी बार बार अपने बातों में बताते रहते, दिखाते रहते हैं. लेकिन ये आज जो हम नेशनल गर्ल चाइल्ड डे सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं, तो उस समय पे हमको ये भी ध्यान में रहना चाहिए कि लॉट ऑफ डिस्क्रिपेंसीज आर देयर इन द सोसाइटी टुडे इन टर्म्स ऑफ अलाउइंग गर्ल चिल्ड्रन टू डू समथिंग एंड नॉट टू डू समथिंग. देयर इज अ डिफरेंशिएशन मेड बिटवीन बॉयज एंड गर्ल्स. अपने ही घर के है दोनों, बेटा भी है बेटी भी है. लेकिन बेटे को आप लेट आओगे तो चलेगा, लड़की थोड़ा भी लेट होने से मम्मी डैडी सब, माँ पिताजी जरा आंख ऐसे उठा के देखते हैं. वैसे ही कुछ एजुकेशन सेक्टर में जाने के लिए कहते हैं कि ये लड़कियों के लिए नहीं है. ऐसे आज भी कई फैमिलीज में है. लेकिन हमको थोड़ा सा हिस्टोरिकली भी देखना चाहिए कि ये हमारे समाज में ऐसा पहले से था क्या? बिल्कुल नहीं था. तो मैं अनेक स्टडी कर रहा था कि अराउंड 5,000 years ago, when we were having Gurukula system and we had universities like Takshila, Nalanda, तब ऐसा था क्या? तो वैदिक काल से हमारे यहाँ ऐसा कोई भी उच्च नीच भाव नहीं था in terms of casteism, in terms of women and men, and उस समय पे महिलाओं को उतना ही उच्च स्थान दिया गया था जो पुरुषों को था. तो अनेक उदाहरण है. लोपमुद्रा जो अगस्त्य की पत्नी थी, she was a great scholar, philosopher. We all know Lopamudra. We know about Gargi. We know about Maitreyi. We know about Ghosha. We know about Apala. We know about many other women who were also like rishis. They had penance. They had achieved excellence. They had huge quantum of knowledge, and they trained their husbands, some of them. And that is what it shows, that women had not only equality, but they had one position up. Even when it comes to prayer, we started with Saraswati Puja in the beginning, Saraswati month. So Saraswati बुद्धि की प्रतीक है, तथा लक्ष्मी जो वेल्थ की, धन की प्रतीक है, और दुर्गा जो शक्ति की प्रतीक है. तीनों आर वुमेन. तो हमारे कल्चर में, हमारे पूरे भारतवर्ष में महिलाओं का स्थान बहुत ही उच्च पहले से रखा गया था. लेकिन कहीं 200 AD से 1200 AD तक कुछ कारणों से कुछ वहां कमियां आने लगी. उसके बाद जो अलग अलग इन्वेजन्स हुए, तब हम क्लोज्ड सोसाइटी बनते गए. ऑल दिस प्रॉब्लम्स विच आर नाउ विजिबल इन द सोसाइटी आर द क्रिएशन ऑफ पोस्ट 1200-1300 AD. Some of our best literature was also burnt. We know Nalanda library was burnt for 6 months. So what a rich knowledge base. It was a 8-story building. Today also we don't have a library of 8 stories. You imagine 1200 AD में भारतवर्ष में नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी की लाइब्रेरी बिल्डिंग जो थी 8 मंजिल की थी, और उसको जलाने के वजह से 6 महीने तक वो सारी किताबें जलती रही. तो इसका मतलब we had rich tradition, we had rich values, ethics. Somewhere down the line we have certainly missed. ऐसा नहीं कि आज भी ठीक है, ऐसा बोलना भी गलत है. लेकिन सब गलत ही था यहाँ, ये भी समझना ठीक नहीं है. और हमारा रिच ट्रेडिशन जो था उसको भी हमको याद रखना पड़ेगा. और ममता जी ने शुरुआत में कहा कि जैसे फीमेल टू मेल रेशो धीरे धीरे कम हो रहा है, तो 980, 914. सी ये गो बाय लॉ ऑफ प्रोबेबिलिटी. अपने हाथ में नहीं है. जन्म लेना पेरेंट्स के से हमको जो योगदान मिलता है, वी मे कम आउट एज मेल और फीमेल. इट्स ए लॉ ऑफ प्रोबेबिलिटी. And it should be 1:1 तो बोल नहीं सकते, लेकिन 1000:1000 तो बोल ही सकते. So if there are 1000 male children born, there must be 1000 female children born. It's a law of probability. No one can deny that. And if you increase it further 10,000 होने से तो definitely 10,000 is to 10,000. Take a care of mathematical error of 1%, then also sometimes men are more in number and sometimes women are more in number. It could be 1010 is to 990 or 990 is to 1010, whatever you call it. Near 1000 with small error of something happening at that point in time. But this lopsided ratio is a awakening call, and that is where Ladki Padhao, Ladki Bachao slogan was given. And in right principle, government has taken many initiatives that even checking of the sex when it is in the baby still in the womb of the mother is not allowed. Ultrasound से check करके कई बार उसको खत्म कर देना, ये सब चीजों को बंद करने के लिए इसको लीगली भी बंद किया गया। अभी भी और एम्पावरमेंट बढ़ाने के लिए शादी की उम्र भी 18 से 21 तक कर दी। तो दैट मीन्स द फुल ह्यूमन पोटेंशियल, जो हम न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में बार बार कह रहे हैं कि द पॉलिसी और एजुकेशन इज मेंट फॉर फुल ह्यूमन पोटेंशियल एक्सप्लोरेशन। व्हेन वी से ह्यूमन, दैट इज होमो सेपियंस, it includes male and female, and therefore it is not said for male or female, it is homo sapiens or human potential to be explored. And uske liye what all facilitation can be done should be done. And we started with Pragati scholarship long ago, about it was about 8-9 years ago. In the beginning, very few women were applying. Gradually, by creating awareness, today, as pointed out by my colleague Sanju, that there are 13,000 girl children who are getting, and it's on basis of income, etc. But from some states which are slightly remote, where there are even more issues, we have said that 100%, whoever applies, they will all get it. So that is how for remote areas, for mountainous areas, for Northeast, Jammu Kashmir, where the challenges are more. So we have said everyone. And in the rest of the country, of course, based on that income criteria, merit, etc., is there. So this is one part. The second part is what Neelam and Shefali, both of them said, this particular program, which has twin arrangements with MyTax. One is women-led tech startups be given an exposure, which is an international exposure. And it is 10 women-led tech startups being taken there every year and 10 coming from there to here. The other side has not happened as we expected or we wanted, but at least from our side, there were 2 batches gone. The third batch, it became virtual because of the pandemic. Fourth batch also is virtual, but I think very soon we will be again starting the program, which is not virtual, but in the real travel, engaging with the people there, it will start. Similarly, 12 weeks internship for students to go to Canada and engage with them. And a lot of money is required, but we have provided that support. And this is very important. The last and most important part is this Lilavati award. The awards may be only in some 8 categories, but 1 or 2 students in each category. But the very fact that women who work in these areas are going to be recognized, that gives impetus to more and more women coming forward and then creating that kind of a social change, which is so important. And we all are given in the brain 2 compartments, right brain, left brain. The left brain, it's all systematic, etc. We have a lot of senses, we make use of them, rational thinking. Whereas the right brain has emotional component. And that is where creativity comes in. And although Madam Mamata did say that most of the pictures which are shown in our posters, etc., women are shown doing a painting or taking care of a child. But right brain is for both of us. So how can we make use of it is important. How can we become empathetic? How can we be happy? This is significant, and that's why we have started also measurement of happiness index of individuals and that of the institutions. And we are going to institutionalize this award like Lilavati Award. And on 20th March, which is the World Happiness Day, the first ever happiness index of colleges will be announced. And the best college which gives more happiness is the one which takes care of all diversity. You know, it is men and women, it may be physically challenged, it could be dyslexic children, an institution which takes care of everyone, not only the institution management, but every individual student and faculty. That is where happiness will reside. And we want to celebrate that happiness on the 20th of March. So all of this is somewhere or the other related with the girl child. Because often we say that if a woman is educated, the whole family is educated. If a man is educated, only single person gets educated. And that's why, whether it is in terms of education, whether it is in terms of empowering and creating entrepreneurs out of women, whether it is in terms of creating Section 8 companies or our social work and many other activities, we want more and more women participation. And slowly things are changing in India. We were at the peak, very good. We went down due to some historical whatever problems, but we cannot keep on blaming for the aggression and what all happened. How quickly we change is the most important thing. We have to realize the mistake, and that mistake needs to be corrected. If we don't ever agree to the mistake, we'll never be able to correct. So I think, although we were great, we slipped somewhere, we need to resurrect back. And this resurrection process has begun. And in this resurrection process today, we have in the higher education, women have pipped men, although the percentage of women ratio is slightly lesser compared to men. In terms of higher education survey which is conducted, there are more than 1,000 women against 1,000 men. 1,005 versus 995. So 1,005 versus 995 is the ratio. So that means number of women coming to higher education has increased. In the universities, colleges, when we go for graduation ceremony and convocation, I have repeatedly said this. In some colleges, especially technical colleges, number of women may be only 30-35%, but the number of gold medals ranks received are 65-70%. This is a just opposite ratio. That means there is huge talent, a lot of hard work that these people do, a lot of multitasking that they can do. All of that are great, significant things, and there is no profession which is untouched by women today. There was a time when you are not allowed this, that are not allowed this. Everything is now today allowed in the army, in the air force, be it in mining, in all the sectors where earlier women were not. Mamta is smiling because she was an air force pilot, by the way. So many of you do not know that, and she was a pilot actually. So these are all empowering movements in our country, and in many developed countries, what we don't see, we can see in India today. And that is a pleasure that we are going through. Let us have this celebration continued. Let us all make the world a happier place through the education, entrepreneurship, and empowerment of women. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you so very much, sir. So when we come across a man who is as empathetic, as sensitive, and believes in absolute access, equity, equality, and celebrating women like you, sir, then we always realize that you have been raised by a fine lady. So today the compliment is not to you, but a compliment to your mother, sir. And now I turn to...
Sirf mother ne, you will even give credit to my wife for shaping me and my daughter too.
So, sir, okay, sir, you have been raised by fine women, ladies, you know, I would make it plural. So, Madhura Das Gupta ji, I mean, you know, she and me definitely share one quote, which, you know, I'm reading from her, this thing, "Here to strong women, here to strong women, may we be them, may we know them, may we raise them." A leading banker, founder and CEO of Aspire for Her Foundation, very, very academically sound person, BE from Jadavpur University, Kolkata, and then her management from XLRI, Jamshedpur, one of the leading institutions. Worked with some of the finest companies, Philips, ANZ, Grand Lease Bank, Standard Chartered Bank, IDFC, First Bank. So being a leading banker, and now, you know, aspiring all of us and inspiring so many others, touching lives here and everywhere. Ma'am, on to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mamta ji. And It is such an honor to be here sharing the podium with Dr. Sahasrabudhe, who I completely agree with you, I think is the kind of champion that our country needs to get more women to be a part of the economy. So thank you, sir, for giving us this honor to be part of AICTE, to be part of the entire ecosystem of the country. And you talked about the same 3E that we all talk about, which is employment, entrepreneurship, education, and of course, you also added empowerment to that. So thank you so much, sir. From the bottom of my heart, this is a very special moment for us to be part of this. I'd also like to thank Mamta ji, Dr. Datta, and it is so nice to see Mrs. Chaudhary and Shefali and Professor Punya, Neelam, the fantastic story, and of course, Girdhari ji. All of you have been helping us in some way or the other. Some of you may not know how you're helping us, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Mamta ji and Dr. Datta, of course, we work with them on a daily basis, and we try to offer, what we can as a bridge between the academia and industry as Aspire for Her. I will talk a little bit about Aspire for Her and then try and see as to what are the areas of common interest that we have with AICTE. But every time I have a conversation with AICTE, I am thoroughly impressed. Whether it is the Pragati program or the Indo-Canadian Startup Venture or the Lilavati Awards or the amazing work that you're doing with Saksham or with Swanath, I think all of them are extremely, extremely praiseworthy initiatives. It shows a forward-looking, diversity-focused organization. And I could not applaud enough when Dr. Sahasrabudhe, you talked about the happiness index. This is absolutely path-breaking. I don't think anybody in the world, especially a body like AICTE, actually looks at happiness in colleges, and you very beautifully linked inclusion to happiness, which is so, so important. So thank you, sir, for being who you are, for doing what you're doing every day. I will share a little deck and I will talk about Aspire for Her and about what we are doing with AICTE and with the ecosystem in general. I will request you all to tell me if you can see my.
Yeah, we can see. Yeah, we can see.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. It is my utmost pleasure to be a part of the National Girl Child Day because there are many girls like Priya who we meet every day. Priya goes to college in a small place near Patna, and she was quite content to living her life like her mother and her grandmother before her, of getting married and maybe having 2 children, but something has changed in her life. She's a real person. She today is discussing blockchain with the mentors at Aspire for Her. She today dreams of getting into a job with JP Morgan Chase in their artificial intelligence department. So what changed in Priya? Today, Priya encountered, a few days back, Priya encountered the Aspire for Her platform. And she decided that she wanted to be a part of the economy of India, a part of the jobs. And she decided that she wanted to be financially independent. She did not want to ask anyone for money. She did not want to be dependent on anyone. I was seeing a lot of Priyas in my life as a banker of 25 years. And I decided that it's not a good story to be at the bottom of the pile in terms of economic empowerment of women. And as Dr. Sahasrabudhe so eloquently put it, 5,000 years ago, we were actually in a very good place. It is only over the last 15 years or so that we have seen a declining participation of women in the workforce. Unfortunately, today, out of 100 working age women, less than 20, and I loved hearing Mamta ji's statistics, less than 20 are actually looking at being a part of the economy. Imagine what it can do for our country if all these women who are educated, and who are very smart can actually come into the workforce and can change the face of the Indian industry. This is a $1 trillion opportunity of India. This is not Aspire for Her speaking. It is McKinsey speaking in their Power of Parity report. So that is the equation we are trying to change. And we want to get more than 1 million women into the workforce by 2025 by using the power of communities and networks. And we want to build a generation of women who are financially completely independent. That is what we're trying to do at Aspire for Her, because we want those Priyas to come into the workforce and to change the face of the country. We don't want to be sixth from the bottom in a list of 156 countries in terms of economic empowerment of women. And organizations like AICTE deserve all the kudos because in terms of education, women have been forging ahead. Like Dr. Sahasrabudhe said, the gold medals are all got by the women. But why are we seeing this sharp decline in terms of women in the workforce? And we asked ourselves this question and we said, let us pick up this problem to solve and we will solve it. When we spoke to the young women, we realized there are 5 broad areas which we need to work on. So today, a young woman joining Aspire for Her can have a mentorship session with any woman CEO that she chooses. You know, we have women who have built their own businesses, who have reached the top echelons of their life, whichever part of the career that they like, they will be able to get access to them and to have 1:1 sessions with them. That is the sort of access and power we give to the girls of India, 4 out of 5 of whom who have no professional, successful, relatable role model in their immediate network. Our learning opportunities are from organizations like Amazon and Google, IBM, Cisco, and many others. We will talk a little bit about them because these organizations also want to see more diversity. They are working with us and they want college students to learn inside the classroom and outside the classroom in order to be ready for their careers, in order to be ready for the India of tomorrow. The third pillar we work on is career previews because we feel if she can see it, she can be it. And I was so impressed hearing Shefali's story, of hearing Neelam's story. We need Shefali and Neelam at Aspire for Her to talk about to the women who will definitely be motivated and inspired to follow their footsteps. The peer community that we have, and that is our 4th pillar, is very important. Whether it is women who have lost their primary breadwinners to COVID, or whether it is women who want to be in technology careers. And this is a community that we are building with Amazon Web Services. It's called She Dares. We love to welcome women from all walks of life to ensure that they are supported. They know that they're supported by each other. They celebrate each other's success. And it is amazing to see the way the community ensures that they always they always look out for success of the others. The last pillar that we look at is what Dr. Sahasrabudhe said of employment, entrepreneurship, education, leading to empowerment. And we have a lot of organizations which come on our platform who want to offer internships, who want to offer jobs to all the women. And this is the young woman who is in AICTE today, who we hope we will be able to give them all of these resources, these career resources, and they will ensure that they reach the dream 3E model that all of us have in mind. These are some of our mentors, and all of these mentors are eager to meet up with you. So please come in and talk to them, be a part of the community, and ensure that you pick up all the opportunities, put up your hand for all the initiatives that we have. As I mentioned, I will talk about only 2 programs over here of Amazon and Google, which are running side by side at Aspire for Her today, just meant for women who wish to be in the technology force. Amazon, or AWS, is an amazing organization which is looking at hiring women, not just for themselves, but for also impact partners and other tech companies which are looking for diversity in their workforce. Google is looking at an amazing program for women who maybe the Pragati piece would be a fantastic partnership, who are economically weak or who want to return to the workforce, or who have lost their primary breadwinners to COVID. And Google is looking at semi-professional courses, minimum 100 hours. And again, we are looking at placing all of these women. A few days from today, 27th of January, 3 days down the line, we have a program with LinkedIn. This is especially with AICTE. We are very proud and happy to say that without a great LinkedIn profile, today we cannot succeed in the workplace. You need to stand out. And for all the young women students of AICTE and the men, if they wish to support our movement, we are opening up special sessions with LinkedIn, and we would love to see all the students take up this opportunity. So whether it is Amazon, whether it is Google, whether it is LinkedIn, we want to build those bridges with the students and with the organization. We have a fantastic ambassador program. We run it every couple of months, and where we give students the opportunity of working with us, of creating our programs and ensuring that they actually build the India that they want to see. Some of our best programs are created and led by students, and everything from idea to execution is actually done by them. We are very, very proud of our young members who have played a brilliant role in making Aspire for Her what it is. I don't need to talk a lot about jobs and entrepreneurship. Everybody is interested in them. And I do want to talk about a special community that we have, which we call Entrepreneuri. Or maybe, let me correct myself, I don't want to talk about it. I want someone else to talk about it. Someone who supports us from the core of their heart.
एक शब्द बनाया है
जी,
एंटरप्रेन्योरी
एंटरप्रेन्योरी जी,
उसके बारे में कुछ बताइए।
तो एंटरप्रेन्योरी मेरी दूसरी परियोजना है, जिससे मैं चाहती हूँ कि भारत की हर महिला को एक मौका मिले खुद का व्यापार खोलने के लिए, क्योंकि जब मैंने लॉकडाउन में मेरा खुद का स्टार्टअप शुरू किया था, तो उस फीलिंग को मैं कभी डिस्क्राइब नहीं कर पाऊंगी। और मैं चाहती हूँ कि आज भारत की सारी जो भी महिलाएं हैं, उन्हें एक मौका मिले व्यापार करने का, पैसे कमाने का, ताकि वो अपने खुद के पैरों पर खड़े हुए। और जैसे कि हम आज देख रहे हैं कि आज नायिका फाल्गुनी नायर जी ने उनका IPO किया है, तो वो सुनकर मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा। और आई होप कि हमारे कम्युनिटी के जो एंटरप्रेन्योरीज हैं, वो भी एक दिन बॉम्बे स्टॉक एक्सचेंज पर जाके वो घंटी बजाए।
वाह, क्या बात है।
So Entrepreneuri sab pe bhari, says Navya in the 1000th episode of KBC. And we are very, very happy to say that Ms. Falguni Nair is coming to our platform on 22nd of February. And we welcome all the students of AICTE and definitely all of you on this panel to be part of that session with us. I will leave you with just one story of one of our members of the community. Her name is Priti, and Priti started an abacus class in Dhule a few weeks ago. What is special about Priti is that just a few months back, she has lost her husband to COVID. It has been a period of intense tragedy for her, and she was thinking of ending it all. But she looked at her children and she decided that with Aspire for Her, she will become an entrepreneur. Today, she has 40 students in her abacus class in Dhule. She is financially independent. This is the India that we want to see. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much, Madhura ji, for making it a very, very memorable and a very special program. And I once again want to inform all AICTE family and all our institutions, our faculty member, our students that AICTE Atal Academy has tied up with Aspire for Her, and all their programs, whether it is with LinkedIn or it is with Amazon, would be available to all of us through Atal Academy. Kindly join and take full benefit of these programs. We would reach out to you. Please read to our mailers. most of the times, all the information is posted on our website, along with the mailers which are regularly sent to you. Thank you so very much. And once again, a very, very happy National Girl Child Day to all of us and to all our fraternity, all women, all men. Thank you so very much. Have a very good day.
Okay, sir.